Hello everybody and welcome to another brand new episode here on Carmlands Farm. Busy day today. Got to fertilise the cornfield, harvest the canola field, collect the bales, sell the bales. That's going to be the first job of the day. We're going to go and do that, and then once we've sold those bales, we need a couple of bits from the shop. So what I might do is I want a few bits, new bits. We want to change this wherever it is. I can't find it. I can't find where I've dropped it off. It's here somewhere. Oh, I know where I've put it. I've put it in the shed, haven't I? So the in the sheds up there is that fertilizer spreader. I really like that fertilizer spreader, but I think a sprayer is going to do us far better, mainly because with a sprayer we can apply liquid and I was going to say liquid and solid. We can't. We can apply liquid fertilizer as well as obviously killing the weeds as well with herbicide. So rather than having two machines, we could have one machine that does both jobs, and I think that's going to be a far more efficient way of doing it. So I'd like to get that changed, but I would also like as well to get at least one more new field. Now I might buy this one, or either the one at the end of the sugar beet field, or there is two little ones down there, which then sort of completes this side, the farm side of the map. So in terms of up to the river, not the whole map, but in terms of up to the river. So I might do that, but as I say, first job of the day, get those bales collected, and then we'll get them sold, and then we can go from there. Hopefully, the bales should be fermented by now, but we'll. Ooh, hang on a minute, James. Where are you going, son? I need the bale trailer. Please don't laugh at me. I can just see, hundreds and hundreds of you now just rolling your eyes at me. It's not my fault. I think it's because I'm ginger or something. Although having said that, although technically if I was to let my hair grow, it would still probably be ginger. I am shaven completely bald for the obvious reasons. Yeah, it's not a great hair colour to have, especially when you're a kid at school. But anyway, and you know what? I was meant to make sure they were bloody fermented before I started picking them. Honestly, I'm not with it today. Yeah, they are fermented. I thought they would be, but it's always best to blooming check first. But I did think they would be. So yeah, so we get a sprayer. We need to get that rape harvested. We need to get that corn fertilized, which we probably will do with the fertilizer spreader, just because there is fertilizer still in there. So I kind of want to run that out first, because obviously we can't put that in the sprayer. So but there's a few bales. There was 3 bales already on the trailer, and then these few bales here. So we've got a few quid's worth here, and that's going to help massively to just help us achieve the next stage. It's not going to be too long before I want to start getting those animals, because as I've said, in many of the videos here on Carmlands, that I want to eventually not be cutting grass to sell the bales to make money. I want to be making money from my own produce and from my own crops and stuff like that. So while at the moment it is still necessary to do it this way, because we've still set we're in, like, probably been doing this now about 6 weeks, and we're still setting it up. But sort of parameters of the challenge are as such that, because the rules are that we're to do sort of, each episode is to be a day. I've kind of, I don't know whether it's because I don't know, but I don't know why, but I take everything quite literal. Whether that means that you can skip forward quite a few days and weeks and months to sort of move the serial, or whether you literally have to do each day as an episode. I don't know, but I'm doing it this way, and at the moment people seem to be enjoying it. So whilst that's the case, then we'll keep doing it this way. But there might well eventually come parts where I'm going to have to skip forward, literally just because there's nothing to do. The more and more we get on the map, and the more and more things that we start to do, the less that will become a thing. And to be fair, it hasn't really been a thing, from start. I mean, the first couple of episodes I did do quite a lot of grass cutting off screen, just because it literally would have been 4 to 6 videos of me grass cutting and selling the bales, and there ain't nobody got time for that. So there was a period of that, but since we've sort of started getting the fields, and we've started to sort of put together our farm and what have you, it has become less. But I can see that there will be maybe points where I need to skip forward a little bit of time, just so that we're back into work again. So in the last episode, I didn't promise, but I said that I'd found this new mod. So I'm still getting to grips with the mod, because it's a little bit what can I say? It's a little bit technical, and so I'm still getting to grips with it. But it will, and also as well, we don't have the produce, so there's literally no point me buying it, because it's just going to be another thing that kind of sits there, not being used for a long time. As I said last week in the episode, the farm is a little bit like that, in terms of we've got all the animals, but we've got sort of no money to put the animals in. But I wanted to do a farm build video, and I wanted to get everything kind of set up so that when we did have the money, we could just straight away go. And then, like an idiot, I recorded over the well, I didn't record over it, I deleted it. So I ended up deleting the blooming recording that I'd done. So in essence, last week I recorded 3 episodes of this. It's just that I lost one. So I had to record a second, because as I've said before, the way I do it, just to make it easier for myself, is, and because my computer really doesn't have a lot of memory, so I have to record an episode and then delete the previous day's episodes, then do the editing and what have you, and then upload it to YouTube, and then I can usually then get halfway through the next episode, and then hopefully the sort of plan, the plan is that by then, the episode that I've sort of uploaded that day to YouTube will be complete, so they can then delete that episode, and then that gives me the opportunity then to finish the other half of the video. And of course, what I did was I did that, and I've got to the point now where I'm sort of able to do that all of the time. And I guess I really ought to look at where the best price is before I actually go and just sell this, which is that one. Which is not that one, because they're not in storage. It's this one. Oh, it's a much of a muchness. The animal dealer is just slightly more money, so we're going the right way. Yeah. So, and as I say, when I went to delete the episodes off to then complete the farm build episode, for whatever reason, I deleted the previous day's episode and the farm build episode all in one foul swoop, and that left me with no video. And so I had to quickly then Sunday's video became Saturday's video, and then I had to sort of kind of figure out what I was going to do for Sunday's video, because I hadn't sort of planned it that far. But never mind. We still managed it, and we still got an episode out, and we did okay. So that's a little bit of money. You are going to go, yep. So that's a little bit of money, as I say. It just helps, just as I say, until we get to the point where we can be sort of reliant on our animals and on our produce rather than relying on selling bales. But we'll get back. It's a pity maybe I should have loaded the flatbed up, because I could have brought the sprayer back with me then. Yeah, I didn't think about that, did I? Never mind, we can do the sprayer another day, because as I say, we're going to use the fertilizer out of the fertilizer spreader first anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And plus as well, we want to get on with the combining. Now the rapeseed, eventually obviously I want to use it for oil, but we haven't got the factory, although we do have the money now for the factory. But we haven't got the factory because obviously we've not got that far, and also as well at the moment we haven't got the land prepared, because I want to get that rape, I want to get the corn fertilised, I want to get the rape harvested, then I want to get the grass cut and the bales made, and then in the maybe off camera I will then sell those bales, so you don't get to you don't have to sit through it again. So off camera I'll sell those bales, and then that will give us a bit more money, and then we can look to get in another field, repeat again. But it's just so that we can get crop fields. But the thing is that yeah, we're buying grass and we're cutting grass and etc. But I'm not using the grass that's on the fields that I buy, because it's a free resource that I'm given when I purchase that field. So in essence what happens is that the first lot of bales that I sell off that land that I buy basically gives me the money back for the land, for the money that I've just used to buy the land. So it sort of puts me back to where I was. So I am going to use it, but I'm not necessarily going to do it always on camera. Sometimes I'm going to do it off camera, just because it's a bit tedious to sort of sit and watch. And as I said before, you don't want to be watching the same jobs over and over. Yeah, so that's the plan. As I say, once we've got our side of the river all bought, all the way along to where the river goes through the rocks at the back there. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Once we get that land bought, then we'll buy this side, but this side of the river will literally all be farming. There's no need for us to develop this side of the river. So you got the river now coming up, as you can see there, and then it goes all the way up there, and then eventually it turns around back towards the mountains. I think actually where I'm looking now, directly ahead of me, I think is where it turns off. So all of that land there is available obviously for us to buy and farm. So that's going to be, if we need to be, all of that side will be developed, if you like. It may be farmed, but if we need space, we've got the space to develop. But everything this side, going back up to the shop and all the way around there, if we get that far, will be farmed, and that will then that will then bring us in the money that we need. We're going to have a heck of a job seeing our tram lines in there. Yeah, but actually I could actually let the course play do the fertilising of that field, because then I could get on with combining that rape field, because that rape field is going to be a good old task. It's going to take a while anyway. I'm going to put this back over here for now, just because we're going to need it again in a short while, because as I say, I'm going to buy another field, and then there are a few bits of equipment as well that I want to get rid of. So I want to get rid of the front loader, because we're not going to be using that. I want to get rid of that little tractor, and there was another thing that I wanted to get rid of as well. I can't remember what it was, but there was something else as well that I wanted to get rid of. So yeah, but what we'll do is we'll get the trailer, get the combine. That's pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to put the header on and drive it down there like that. It's all private roadways, so we're not going to meet no traffic. And then, as I say, we'll crack on with harvesting the rapeseed. We'll leave that there. Right, we'll have to go to the workshop, take the dual wheels off that Kubota, and then I quite like this Kubota tractor. I didn't for a long time, just because traditionally in this country it isn't a tractor that we tend to use as main sort of farming tractors. They tend to be more sort of larger scale landscapers and stuff like that sort of tractors. And so at first it was almost like a refusal to use it, but since I have been sort of using it and have been you know, as I say, using and doing jobs with it, I actually quite like the tractor. Yeah, the door's already open. It does fit in like this, but it does fit in. You just have to get it lined up. If you're not lined up, actually there's quite a bit of room there. It felt a lot narrower than that last time, but anyway, I'm gonna switch it over to some time lapse and get you enjoying some music, and then as I say, we're then going to get on with some jobs. Right, we need wide tyres. Is there a 2? No. So we need that one. That's fine. Shouldn't cost us anything because we had already done it. And I've got a horrible feeling that it's just put a bloody number plate on there. As anyone that watches my videos know, I don't like number plates. Oh no, I don't want to repair it. I want to customize it. There we go. I don't like the number plates. Not just these number plates, I don't like any number plates. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't. It's a weird thing, you know, because it kind of implies that I drive around with a car with no number plate on because I don't like number plates, but that's not the case. But yeah, so right, we'll get the fertilizer on, which before I drive all the way back down there is in this shed. I think it's this side. We'll get that on and we'll get that fertilizing so Courseplay can do that. Once it's done that, then Courseplay can take over the combining, but I'll do the headlands again. Having said that though, it's a square field, so this time I think the headlands will be fine, but we'll get the as I say, we'll get that fertilized and then get the combine up and running. We need to start getting some animals. We could use the money to get some animals, I guess. But I still haven't really got the resources to feed them. Yeah, I keep forgetting that's slope now. So yeah. Oh, actually, we might. Oh no, we can't. So we'll get Courseplay to do it. Can we see the tram line? Oh yeah, we can see the tram line. Yeah, bugger it. We'll do it. We're going to knock it down because we can't raise these arms, but. Never mind. It's just, it's the only thing we've got to use at the moment. It will push them over, but they should sort of bend back. They're quite flexible corn plants when they're like this. I don't know if they're that flexible, but they are quite flexible. Anyway, I've rabbited on far too long. I'm going to switch over to some music. I'm going to do some time lapse, and in the time lapse, we're going to get this fertilised, and then we're going to get the combining done. So I'll see you in a little while. Bye for now.
Our hearts beat to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. It laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Rape harvested, thank goodness. Right, a little bit of admin just before we get into a summary of today's episode. There might be a bit of a weird jump cut in this episode, and if there is, and I'm saying this before I edit it because I will try and edit it out if I can, but I didn't realise that clearly my computer had given me a memory warning and then had shut down my recording screen recorder down, so it meant that at some point during today's episode that it wasn't recording, and I'd sort of was carrying on regardless because I just didn't notice the memory warning come up. Usually it gives me a warning, and so then I'm able to obviously catch it, stop recording before and stop all the vehicles, so that when I can record again, then it doesn't look like anything happened. But this time I missed the warning coming up, and I also didn't see that my screen recorder had stopped, so I do apologise for that. If there is, I'll try and catch it and I'll try and edit it out so it doesn't look weird, and the continuity sort of there. But there is going to be a little bit that does look a bit strange, I think, because it just depends on how long it had actually quit for before I realised. Right, so we've loaded those two up. Unfortunately, the old girl's got to go. We don't need her, and I don't want machinery hanging around that I'm not really going to be using. Unfortunately, at 140 horsepower, it just isn't powerful enough to do the things that I'm going to soon be requiring a third tractor to do. So basically what I want to set up, it was that I wanted to go, because I've decided that we're going to do it was that. Will that fit on there and close those tailgates? I'm not sure. No, that'll have to stay this time. So as I say, I need I can't get my words out today. I need a third tractor, because obviously when we start doing productions and things, we're going to need the other tractor. I might keep this fertilizer. I might keep it, and one of the reasons why I might keep it is it might be that I end up getting rid of that again. Not yet, but at some point, just because I think I don't know, my mind's racing. This map and this save has like a billion possibilities. I've never ever done anything like this before, sort of privately or anything like that. Privately, what I do, sort of in my sort of free time, is I get a sort of, a map that's been built, something along the lines of like the Oaks, or, something like that, a pre-built map, and I literally, sort of go around, choose a farm, bang, start. So the fact that I've sort of started this one where there's nothing anywhere apart from up at the top there where the shop is and stuff like that, but otherwise there's nothing. As I say, I've never done anything like this before, and my mind is just constantly kind of like, oh, we could do that there, oh, that could go there, well, we could do this, and it's just like constant mind talk, and sometimes some of it spills out into the videos as me actually talking, and it's actually my mind that's kind of talking, right? But back to today, back to today's video, right? So we've got that done, we've got them cleared. As you saw, we got a new bale shelter as well. I took out the silage pits for the very simple reason of I can't do silage the way that I want to. I can do silage because I could have a trailed one, But that's a lot of flapping about and faffing about. Not I just cannot speak. Oh dear me. Honestly, it's like I'm having a stroke all over again. That's funny to me. Apologies if that's offended anybody, but and I have had a couple, so I'm every right to say that. Yeah, so we've got this harvested, we've got it cleared, bales in storage, we've got a bale store. I got rid of the silage pits because I can't do silage the way that I wanted. You know, I'm able to say it now, the way that I wanted to do it. So, and I'm not using a trowel one because, as I said, that's a lot of faffing about, and you know, we don't really want to be doing that. So I got rid of that, put a bale store in. Obviously, we've now harvested this. So this is now going to go probably to barley, and then the barley will go into our store, and it's going to be barley that we make our seed from. Now there is, you know, from what I can gather, this mod has been out for like forever and a day, and I literally saw it for the first time ever the other day. So there is a realistic seeder mod out where you can only put barley in to drill barley, and then you can't press number 3 on my Cytec control panel changes what the crop is in the drill. So like if I finish drilling wheat and I want to go straight into soybean, as long as the drill's got seed in it, I can press number 3 and it will flick it over to soybeans. But apparently that mod stops that from happening, which is really cool. I'm not going to be using it on this map and on this save, but when the new save comes out, which, as I said before, is going to be within the next week or two, I'm just waiting on the Oaks, the new version of the Oaks to be released to see whether or not it's going to be suitable. Now, if that doesn't come within the next sort of week or two, and that's not me putting pressure on nobody, because you know, you do what you need to do in your time. You know, that's fine. But for myself, you know, I've got this sort of save idea that I want to do. I've got a map. I'm literally going through testing at the moment to make sure that map's okay. However, if the Oaks does drop before I record the first episode of that series, then I will have a look at the Oaks and to see whether or not it's going to be suitable. And I say that only because on the first version of the Oaks, which I absolutely loved, and I'd put many hundreds of hours into that save. I absolutely loved that map, but it did have one problem, that this current map that I'm doing at the moment, and I'm not going to tell you the map, you're going to see it like for the first time when I do the first episode. The problem that I've got with it, with the Oaks, the original version, so the second version might not have it, but and I don't know because I haven't played it. I've seen a few teaser videos on YouTube, but that's about it. So this field with auto drive may work perfectly. That field may work perfectly. Okay, let's imagine there's a field over there. That all may so well work perfectly. Field over there works perfectly. The field next door, no, auto drive just doesn't respond to that field whatsoever. The next field, yeah, auto drive probably worked perfect on that one again, but the next field, no, auto drive not interested in that field, and I don't know why. Now the new map that I'm currently in testing with, to make sure everything's okay and to make sure that, you know, everything's going to be sort of smooth and everything works and there's going to be no crashes or errors and anything like that. So far, and I haven't tested all of the fields because there's like 198 fields on there or something like that, so I haven't tested all the fields, but so far I've done probably about 20-30 fields, something like that, and it's worked on every single field. So far that is winning, because I do need auto drive. I'm not very good with it. It's a mod that I'm not particularly fond of, just because I can't seem to get it to work the way that it was intended to work, and it's more me than the mod. It's a great mod. It's a fantastic mod. Don't think I'm dissing the mod, because I'm not. The problem lies with me, not with the mod. But at the same time, the problem also lies with the original version of the Oaks, that just for some reason, as I say, you might have 4 or 5 fields in a group that work fine, but then you literally move to the field next door or the field opposite or whatever, and it doesn't work at all. And then there might be a couple of free fields that it just doesn't respond with, but then you might get to another couple of fields and it works fine again. And it might be me. I don't think it is, only because I don't do anything any different with any of the fields. So, like I say, I just want to, if it does drop within the next couple of weeks, I want to just have a little play around with it just for a couple of evenings after my sort of recording schedule, because recording schedule, to get the videos out every day is pretty packed, and the fact that my computer keeps losing memory and everything else is really not helping, because I have to then stop recording to get videos up onto YouTube, to then delete the videos, to then free up a little bit more memory. I'm hoping as well this week, if Grainman is watching, that I might have time to try and sort out Discord and take you up on your very kind offer of helping me to switch my FS22 folder over to my SSD drive, which would then free up another 23 some odd gigabyte. And with the mods folder as well, that might be another sort of 20 gigabyte of memory that I can free up, and that will help massively, because I like to try and get a full week in front if I can, but at the moment I just can't do it because my computer just does not have the memory for it all, which is a bit of a bummer. But anyway, I've waffled on far too long and told you things that you're really probably more than likely not interested in. But yeah, and hopefully this will be somewhere near grown, and the corn as well. So we need to get them off. This is going to the pigs. We're going to get some pigs. We're going to get a couple of new fields in the next episode. We're going to get them mown, and then we're also going to get them obviously silaged up, and then we're going to sell the silage, and then hopefully thereafter we will not be selling silage again, or if we do, it will all literally be done off camera. I might spam it one more time and grind it one more time just to get enough money. If I can get like nearly £1 million again, that will get us everything up and running, and once I get everything up and running, then, as I say, we will end that, and I'll also sort this out as well. I'm not going to leave this as it is. Like I say, those 2 pits did this. I don't know why. I don't know why they did it, and they raised all that as well. That's not too bad because we can smooth that, and then the tractors will run up there just fine. I mean, the tractors can get up there from this side anyway, so it's not a huge issue, and the forklift doesn't need that much room to turn. Yeah, so if you haven't done already, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help. Massive thank you to everyone that does comment, that has subscribed and does like my videos. It really does help. As I say, it really does help. So a massive thank you to you. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I hope you join me again next time. Bye for now.